going to be doing a video, just doing a full face. I'm not, if you can't tell by my pajamas, it's late at night. I'm about to go wash my face, go to bed. So I was like, you know what? Let me just film some content. Why not? Gotta moisturize the lips. I already washed my face for the day, so my face is kind of, you know, I don't feel like washing it again just to wash it off again. So we're just gonna put it straight on. Well, obviously with primer and things like that. But the products I'm going to be using today are products either I haven't used in a long time or haven't used. I don't want to open new stuff, so everything has been open, and maybe either I used it for the first impression and never used it again, or like I used it and I was using it, but then I got hooked onto something new and just never went back. So yeah, so we're just gonna do that. So just get straight right into it. I'm gonna pull the hair back. I'm just gonna simple. So for primer, I really don't have much primer so that I haven't used. So honestly, I'm just gonna go in with this like mini one or sample one I got. It's the Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. I don't know if you can see that. Let me, yeah. So we're gonna go in with this. Never used this before actually. So I heard a lot of good things about this though. I don't know, like if, okay, this reminds me of the Hourglass a little bit, like all those burning primers. So I don't know how this is gonna go. Oh, okay. This is, wow. I'm gonna have to start using that. Wow, that actually, okay, I actually like that. Like literally, the shine of the day literally just went away. Dr. Seuss who? Next, I'm gonna use this is basically another like burning primer, but I just got this, but this was $20 for a mini. Whew. But using it sparingly. I do like it, but I don't use it often. So this is what it looks like, just a little bit, because baby, it's $5 right there. Anyways, just gonna, I'm trying to do like a soft glam look. This is a bit more moisturizing, so I'm using this more on the outer parts of my face than the inner. Yeah, I feel like my face looks crazy right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my eyebrows first. So first things first, I haven't used this in a while. I used to use this all the time, the NYX brow glue. So we're definitely gonna use that. We're gonna start with that. This is in black. Hopefully this is not too dark. Ooh, just gonna, oh, I don't know if I showed it y'all. I don't know how long to hold it up, so I need to start using, wait, I don't know why I stopped using this. This is actually really good. Like, it's kind of giving me that filled in look without me going in with pencil, because one thing I dread is using pencil, because when I tell y'all, it always just looks not bad, but bad. I'm over here like, why does it look like that? Okay, I really like this, and it's like sticking. Okay, I actually really like this. Okay, I really like this. Gonna have to start using this again. Wow, goodness, I don't remember why I stopped using it. Interesting. So next, I was gonna go in and fill them in, but I'm probably gonna do that towards the end when it's not so as tacky. So next I'm gonna go in with concealer, and I kind of want to use a concealer closer to my skin tone, which I don't have. So I'm gonna go in with concealer. Now when it comes to concealer, I really don't have that, because when I tell you, I love all these concealers. I do have some concealers I haven't used, but that's because I can't really use them anymore. But you know what, I'm gonna use, this one's not even open. Ooh, no, we're not doing that. Ooh, yeah, no. So we're gonna go with the Tower 28 concealer in the shade SJV. I'm just gonna put a little bit on this small flat brush and use it to like carve out and clean up my brows. And then I'm actually gonna do an eye look today. So excited for that. I'm gonna do an eye look today. This is a bit darker than what I would usually use for like just like under eye concealer and things like that. So I'm hoping this will just, yeah, just gonna, I don't don't know what I just did here. I don't know why I curved it that much, but we're gonna fix that. And if I can't fix that, we're gonna ignore it. Because what is that? I don't know. Just a little bit more. I don't know what I just did. Let's just pray towards the end it'll look good, because what the heck? But whatever. I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and just brush that out, and we're gonna just over the upper part of my eyebrows. I don't know what I just did, y'all. Whatever. We're just gonna take a little bit of that and put it on my lid and then set it to start my eyebrow look. You know, I never use like such a like darker concealer shade for my eye. I usually do like a really, not a really light one, but definitely a brightening concealer shade when it comes to my eyebrows. But I actually really like this. Might have to start implementing this. I don't know. So next I'm just gonna set it. So what I'm gonna use to set it is a powder that's my skin tone. Usually I use loose powder, but I'm gonna try using pressed. So not gonna try, I am gonna use pressed. So I'm not gonna use a powder puff though. I'm gonna use the what's it called, a pressed blood powder. So this is the Sephora Micro Smooth Multitasking, the baked face powder in the shade Mocha. That's what it looks like. Really love to use this all over my face at the end to set. Just gonna take a nice fluffy brush, get in there and just set. And this will be my base for my eyeshadow look. Yep. So first things first, what I'm gonna do is gonna take the bronzer I'm gonna use, the powder bronzer I'm gonna use, which is the NARS Laguna bronzer in the shade 8. It's a nice dark red bronzy color, and I'm just gonna take a nice fluffy brush, use this, and I'm just gonna put that all in my crease and kind of spread it out to my lid. So I don't know if you can tell that, but yeah, just gonna. And then next we're gonna take another fluffy brush, but like a smaller fluffy brush, and we're gonna take, so we see like the bronzer shade that we use, we're gonna try and get something like warm like that, but a little bit deeper, and kind of just use that in the crease. Should I use this for the crease? No, that's a little bit too fluffy. I'm gonna use this in the crease. So next I'm gonna go into My Makeup by Mario Eternal Eyes Moonlight palette. I don't even know if this is gonna have what I need, but let's just pray it does. Either that or so I lied. I'm gonna actually go into this e.l.f. palette. It's their bite size, but it's the cream and sugar, and I'm gonna go into this like deep brown right here on the end. I'm gonna go and just put that in my crease only, just the crease. Whew. Just trying to deepen it up a little bit, and I'm definitely gonna like sweep it alongside the bottom of here, trying to like do a circle, just avoid this middle. And we're just gonna wing it out slightly. I'm gonna take what I use for the bronzer, not with anything added. I'm just gonna kind of try and blend the two. I'm actually gonna mix this color right here, this like shimmery, it's like a very slight shimmery light, with this light one right here, and just gonna put that only on the lid. Only on the lid. The one thing I don't like about the e.l.f. one is that legit it is so much fallout, but it's such a good palette, especially for beginners, and you know, you don't want to spend too much on eyeshadow. Yes, I definitely recommend that. And what I love about the Makeup by Mario and the e.l.f. is that, like, baby, you don't gotta be you know, I'm just gonna take what I use in the crease and just kind of like blend out the edges of the what's it called, the light shade. Like, when I tell you, like, you don't gotta be like lighter in skin tone for these products to show up on you, and I love that, because ain't no way I'm buying something and it don't even show up on me. Mind you, I do use like eyeshadow, like not eyeshadow, but concealer as a base, but I feel like even if I just put this straight on my eyelids, they will still show up with that opacity, and I love that. Nothing more than I hate. It's 2025 and I buy an eyeshadow palette and not all the colors show up on me. Of course they're gonna be look a bit different as if it's someone who's lighter than me, who is white, because of color theory, but it still needs to show up. This is very simple. Usually it takes me so long with eyeshadow because I'm like so careful and so like tedious with it, but I feel like this is just teaching me like, girl, you don't need to spend how many hours or minutes doing some eyeshadow, especially when it's a simple eyeshadow. I'll be like, girl, all you did was put like a little bit of something and that took you 30 minutes. LOL. That's the eyeshadow look. So next I'm gonna go in with eyeliner. I haven't used this in so long. Honestly, I can't even tell you what it is. I think I'm gonna go in. Ooh, that's, yeah, no, that's black. I knew it. I was like, which one is black? So we're gonna go with the brown. I'm not good at liner. Wish me luck. I'm gonna have to cut this because I know it's gonna take me a little minute. I'm so not good with liquid liner. Oh, I'm so bad at it. Oh, but I love this brown. So we're gonna use this brown liner. Can't tell you where I got it from. Can't even tell you what it is. This is literally what it says. Oh, I hope I don't mess this all up. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, this one does not look as if this one. I feel like this one is longer too. So we gotta, this is definitely not as good as this one, but whatever. We're just gonna make this a bit longer and call it a day. It looks pretty good right now. So this is what it looks like. Don't look at this one. Look at this one. I'm still working on eyeliner. I know. I'm very good with like these kind of gel liners. Like, you know, these or a pencil or even like the little pot and then just getting like I would do that, but honestly I'm not with the pens. So for foundation, the foundation that I'm using that I haven't used in a long time is the Hourglass Stick Foundation in the shade 16.5. So, oh my gosh, I'm about to drop it again. So it looks like, so we're just gonna go in. I don't usually use stick foundations. I don't know why. This is actually a really good foundation. Now, I don't know about this shade match. I pray it looks better on camera than it looks right now because I'm over here like, baby, what is this shade match? I don't know if this is too much or too little or not enough, but we're just gonna stop right here. We're going with a very dense brush, and one thing I don't like about this stick foundation, like it blends good, but it takes a while, especially compared to like my liquids. Maybe it's a good shade match. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see later when I'm editing the video. I don't know how I feel about this shade, but honestly it feels like there's nothing on my face. That's why I'm like, I don't know why I don't use this more often. It feels like there's legit nothing on my face. And what I use to blend it out is the Sephora Collection 70. Like when I bought this foundation, I knew I wanted a brush like this to blend it out because I know this would be best to blend out. Like, yeah, it was looking kind of questionable, but it might be actually a good shade match. We'll see later. So next we're gonna go in with blush. So for blush was kind of hard because one thing about me, I switch up my blush very frequently. So I was like, what blush have I really haven't been using? And I was like, dang, it's her, Patrick Ta. And the shade She's Wanted is a very berry shade. The reason why is not because it's not good, because you already know. It's more so just like, I haven't been reaching for like the berry kind of. I've been reaching for the baby pinks, for the reds. So when it comes to like this berry shade, I don't really gravitate to it, but this is just really good, really pigmented, blends out like butter, love it. So I know he likes to do powder then the cream, but no, not here. I do the cream then the powder. That's very pigmented. So I am using a very much more berry kind of shade. So for this one, and I'm just taking this like on, I take it like the top of my cheekbones up. So if you have a similar facial structure to me, you can like kind of follow this placement. And then I kind of go underneath my eyes a little bit. Not all the way in the corner, but just like that, because I already know with how I want my like blush effect to be, if that makes sense. So it kind of looks like I punched in the face. But yeah, so next is bronzer. So I only have two cream bronzers, the Say bronzer, which I use all the time, and a Mario blend bronzer that I don't use all the time. So this is the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer. It's the cream bronzer, and this is in the shade Dark Deep. I actually use this and I do like it. I just really reach for the Say more. So where my natural shadows are, I go above that, and like that's where I put my bronzer. And I really already have a small forehead, so I don't like to like kind of bring it down. So I just kind of really just do it in my hairline to just really give like a cohesive look. I like to use a fluffy brush for bronzer, but something more for contour. Because when it comes to bronzer, I want it to be like airbrushed, you know? I want it to give, this is how I look. This is how it look when the sun is shining on me, but instead of that, it's gonna be 24/7. So for concealer, I was like I said before, when I was doing my eyebrows and my eyes, I was like, when it comes to concealer, there's not really a concealer I have that I don't use regularly, because I always use for something. So what I have is the NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum. This is in the shade Sand, I believe. Yes. And the thing about this concealer is that I have not used it at all. I bought it and I just never used it. Not because I don't like it, but just because I never used it. So I'm gonna use that. This is the bright one. So actually what I'm gonna first go in, I'm gonna go in with that Tower 28 that I used to clean up my brows. And because I want such a cohesive like blush look, I'm not gonna put one right there. I'm just gonna put like another one right here. I usually put concealer right here. I'm not gonna do that because the way I want this look to, look, I want it to keep right there. So that's the Tower 28. And then now I'm gonna go in with the NYX Bare With Me concealer. I'm gonna put this just legit on the inner corner, just to give me that bright look that I love. Okay, now we're gonna blend. So this is definitely the first layer, and I'm like, I can definitely go a little bit more. So I'm just gonna put a bit more of the Tower 28 and the NYX. And I'm definitely gonna let this sit for longer. Just gonna let that sit for a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot of it. Honestly, I don't even know how long you're supposed to let your thing sit. But I feel like this is enough for me. Maybe I could let it sit longer, but it's okay. I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna let the under eye sit the most. So I'm gonna start like in the other parts. I don't even know why I don't be using these products. Like, they're just blending so seamlessly, and oh, love it. So basically now, what you want to do is that everything you did before you did concealer, you do it again. So blush, bronzer. Oh, that's already starting to look so beautiful. Now we're gonna take a little bit more, because maybe that's not enough. Do I have another brush I don't really use? Oh yes, I do. We're gonna add that. Hopefully this doesn't ruin it. If it does, I'm gonna be so pissed. So now we're gonna add a little bit of this Glam in Rose Ritual just on top, because I need a little lighter pink moment, and this definitely is that lighter pink moment. Okay, that added the pinkiness, I guess, that we needed. And the reason why I can go a little heavy with the blush, because when I set it, bro, that's gonna take away. So now we're about to set it. Okay, so setting spray I don't use often, I guess, is this one. It's the e.l.f. That's why I don't use it often. And that volume is so annoying. And the mister, okay. Woo, my face is drenched. This is what you want it to look like, just drenched. So we're gonna let that dry down. I'm really liking how this is looking before I set it. Oh my god, like, it's very much greasy, but I'm really loving how this is looking. So what I'm gonna do is, actually, I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna set. So we're gonna use a mixture of two powders, which is the Huda Beauty. I said Huda Beauty and Huda One Size. The Huda Beauty powder in Canufa and the One Size powder in Ultra Pink. So before we set, we're definitely gonna go in any creases that we have. We're gonna get rid of that. Honestly, I really don't have any creases other than like my folds where there's product. So we're just gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna set. We're gonna take a little bit of both. The other side. Okay, I've set the face. Now before I set, I've set my under eye. So before I go in and set the rest of my face, I'm going to set every place that I use. What did I use? Every place that I use concealer, I'm gonna set it, and then I'm gonna go in and set my rest of my face. Okay, next we're gonna go in and set the whole face. So we're gonna go back in with the Sephora powder in Mocha. We're just gonna make sure I hit everywhere except my under eyes. Now my face is now looking back to being one cohesive color. Now we're gonna go in with powder bronzer. Definitely just brought that back to the face. Now we're gonna go back in with that fluffy brush and just go back in for my nose. So we're gonna use the powder portion for the, what's it called? Patritar. So we're just gonna, this is very, very pigmented. I don't want to give clowns, so we're just gonna, ooh, y'all, do y'all see that? Oh wow, oh wow. I think I really like this. Is probably one of my favorite looks I've done on myself. Oh my gosh. And like whatever's left, I'm kind of just going all the way to the inner corner and then bringing it back out. Oh my gosh, just giving this gradient. This might be my new, I'm gonna have to recreate this with the products I always use, my favorite products. So because baby, what? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit still of that bronzer, and we're gonna kind of like my bottom, how do I say this, like my bottom lid, I guess. Be very, very gentle, just to give that kind of smoky effect. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not curious. I'm gonna put some eyeshadow on my bottom lid or whatever. So why it's such a good look, and I'm not going, you know, I'm going to bed. I'm gonna go wash this straight off. And then honestly, I'm gonna take a little bit, just a little bit of that dark brown that I use in the like crease, and just kind of like use that on the tail end. I think I want to fill in my brows just a little bit. But I think my face is done. Like, y'all, just ease down so bad. So I'm gonna go in with the NYX Blade and Shade in, what's the color of this? Black. I don't even know why I had to look at that. Okay, barely look any different, but I'd rather it barely look different than like, what happened to your brows? Oh, what happened to your brows? Love it. Next, I'm gonna just do some mascara, then my lip, and I believe I'm done. So my mascara, I'm using the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. It's like my first high-end like mascara, and I really liked it. But my go-to will always be the Tarte Tube mascara. Love that down. So I'm just gonna, I hope this formula is not drying out, because I really like this formula. Like, I really like this. I haven't used it in a minute because the Tube mascara just been holding on to me, but I really do really like this formula. If you didn't know, if you're doing your mascara and you get mascara everywhere on your face, do not wipe it off. Let it dry fully, and then it will just flake off, so it doesn't like mess up your makeup. Makeup was looking good. Well, while I do this, let me first put on my lip liner. So basically what I'm going to use is this Sachu lip liner stand, because again, I really don't have lip liners, especially brown lip liners that I don't really not use. So this is definitely a new one. So I'm just gonna do this and let this sit on my lips. But this might not be enough for me, so I'm gonna go in with Matte Chestnut. I haven't used this amount. This used to be like my favorite. Then I got the Makeup by Mario ones, and I just didn't pick this up. But I do like the Sachu lip stand. It does stain it, but I just need it a little bit deeper. So I'm just gonna go over it lightly with the Matte Chestnut, just a bit deeper. We're gonna go with the lipstick. I never use lipstick. I'm not going in with a nude lipstick. I'm going in with, girl, no, absolutely not. I thought I was going in with this. I'm not doing that. We're gonna go in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Stockholm, just in the middle to give like a nude. Why am I gonna use concealer? I could use concealer. It's okay. So that was the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Stockholm. Fixed it. Next, we're gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Faux Filler Lip Gloss in the shade Pause. I got this like around the time they came out. I just never ever used it, and I really don't know why, because I did like it. I don't know, is there anything else you think I'm missing? I don't think there's anything I'm missing for real. I don't think I'm missing anything. I really think that this is the look. I don't think it's missing anything. The lashes look great. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to start using this mascara again. I've been saying about all these products, but yeah. So I'm just gonna go over it with a, I don't know, I'm not gonna go over it with the spray, because girl, I'm about to take this off. But if I would have went in with the one size, or actually, yeah, the one size. It would have been the one size, because again, I haven't used it in a minute. Yeah, I'm not going over it, because I'm about to take this off. I need to do a wear test. Maybe I'll, I don't know. But that is the look. Let me try and style the hair, but it's so late at night. I washed my hair and it just started unraveling. Oof. So this is the final look. Oh, I think this light died. LOL. But this is the final look. I think it's really nice. Really. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me try and do a little. It's giving bob. It's giving whatever the heck this hairstyle is. LOL. Just trying to. So this is the final look. Let me get a little bit closer. This is the look. Really like this look. This shall now be my go-to look. I don't even do my makeup like this usually. Honestly, I don't, and I don't know why I don't, because this looks so good. But yeah, my next video shall be the your makeup type thing on TikTok. Sure, and I shall doing that. Yep, I shall do that. Oh, y'all, this looks so good. So this is the my take on the soft glam look that I've seen a lot of people do, but this time I did it with products I don't usually use. Thank you so much for watching my video. Bye.